It has like
an alcohol one.
alcohol scent to it.
Oh my god, wait a minute. The actual Rflct website is also down. What the heck is going on? Hello! Today I figured we'd talk about something that is significantly less intense than what I normally talk about. In fact, this is probably something that would be considered a breath of fresh air, if you will. Something that won't, in fact, make me want to jump through a wall and leave behind an outline like a cartoon. Today we will be discussing a popular Twitch streamer who goes by the name of Valkyrae and the launch of her new skincare product called Rflct.
Meet Rflct. It's the skincare collection that's for everyone who uses a screen.
Now, Valkyrae is by no means the first influencer who has ever come out with a skincare brand. In fact, this market today is becoming very heavily saturated with influencers creating makeup brands, skincare brands, candle companies, you name it. It is something that many people are doing because it creates a lot of profit and it creates a lot of sales and it drives people to make money outside of just creating YouTube videos or Twitch stream. Now, launching your own skincare brand could be something that is truly exciting. However, unfortunately for Valkyrae, she has been receiving loads of criticism due to what her product claims to achieve. In fact, some of her audience has even gone as far to call her a scammer. Valkyrae's product claims to protect your skin from the blue light that is emulated from your phone screen, or computer screen, or tablet screen, or whatever it is that your face is staring at for hours upon end. Now, at face value, this is something that could be kind of a smart business tactic for Valkyrae. This is something that she would be able to pinpoint directly to her audience, as she is a Twitch streamer who plays a lot of video games, and likely her viewers also play a lot of video games, or use the computer or stare at their screens long enough to watch her play for hours on end. So creating a product that is not only a skincare line, but something that is supposed to protect your face from the harmful blue light rays? Blu-ray? Creating a product that is supposed to protect your skin and your face from the blue light being emulated from your screens sounds like something that would be right up their alley. And I mean, hey, there's a lot of studies that show that blue light could be harmful to your eyes. That's why people pay extra to get blue light protection in their glasses, myself included. However, is it truly possible that the blue light emulated from your technology could actually cause damage to your skin the way that blue light from the sun can? All of a sudden, something that seemed pretty interesting at face value is now suddenly being questioned, especially due to the fact that there's not a lot of research showing that blue light is actually harmful to your skin. At least not the blue light directed from your computer screen or your phone screen. Most harmful blue light that affects your skin comes from the sun.
There's definitely a lot of science behind the effects of blue light on the skin. However, this is visible light from the sun, blue light from the sun, not from your devices. The amount of blue light that you are exposed to from computer screens, smartphones, tablets, etc. is negligible in comparison to what you're being exposed to from the sun. So being mindful of the amount of sun exposure that you're getting is a much more prudent and science-based way to minimize potential damage to the skin from HEV, as well as ultraviolet radiation, which there's no arguing there. That definitely ages the skin and puts you at risk for skin cancer. Just to put it in perspective for you guys in terms of how the light emitted from devices compares to what we're exposed to from the sun, you would have to sit in front of a screen 30 centimeters away, uninterrupted, I mean non-stop, for a week, and that is the equivalent blue light exposure as just 1 minute out in the sun on a sunny day. So worrying about the blue light from your computer screen, it's like wearing a life jacket to drink a glass of water.
In order to be fully affected by blue light, you would have to stare very closely at a screen for days upon days on end just to have equivalent to a minute or so of exposure that the sun creates. However, Valkyrae herself said that she has seen research her team has created and that she believes that blue light can truly harm your skin. Unfortunately, though, in her explanation and her response to all of this backlash, her team cannot release that information to the public because if they did, there's a possibility that it could be stolen and used by other brands.
When Rflct dropped, it was critical and crucial for there to be information, and there was nothing but a WebMD link. I was confused, obviously. And so I had meetings with them after that the past few days. I didn't want to speak or stream because I needed to see how the website was going to be updated, and that's when I learned that their studies can't be publicized. Why can't they? They said it's because specific The specific research can be stolen by other companies.
So, in other words, the only thing we're supposed to really do is trust Valkyrae's word on purchasing this product and hoping that it actually does something for our skin. This is something Valkyrae herself has admitted is quite ridiculous.
I don't want to have to convince people like, oh, just trust me. I understand entirely the position I put myself in.
So let's take a look at this website because it is very crucial to this entire situation. Shield your skin with Rflct, a new kind of screen protection. If you're new to skincare, choose the beginner mode to learn about Rflct and how it can protect you from blue light pollution. Choose the expert mode if you're well versed in skincare and want to see how blue light protection can fit into your routine. So after looking at both beginner and expert mode, they both are pretty much the same. The only difference is the presentation of which you are seeing the information, and the fact that beginner mode goes into just a little bit more detail about each and individual product in a way that any consumer could understand it. Now, what I do find interesting is that it appears they have added some additional information ever since the original backlash took place. There's an additional page that you can click on that talks all about blue light, and also a page that shares some resources. I do have a few questions, but let's read this really quick. What is blue light? Blue light is a high energy, short wavelength light that falls on the spectrum of visible light, just like UV rays or sunlight and infrared light. It's emitted by the sun, but also your electronic screens from laptops to phones. A 2021 review assessed existing studies and linked longer exposure to blue light to cellular damage and skin barrier malfunction. The key words used by researchers: longer exposure. That's the difference between blue light in a controlled, more short exposure setting, as it is commonly used by dermatologists to address certain skin conditions. That's a far cry from chilling in front of your laptop for hours at a time, whether for work or a gaming session. Early research has posited, that's a very peculiar word, that exposure to blue light leads to a decrease of antioxidants in the skin, suggesting that free radicals, which are the same molecules generated from exposure to pollution and UV radiation, might be to blame, ultimately damaging cellular DNA, destroying collagen and elastin, and triggering hyperpigmentation. Translation: they can cause signs of premature aging such as wrinkles, fine lines, and dark spots. Blue light can yet again increase free radical production, damage DNA, and even lead to inflammation in the skin. How to defend against blue light? Now this is where I start to question a few things. Sunscreen is your first line of protection, particularly if it uses zinc oxide as an active ingredient, as research suggests it can defend skin against blue light in addition to UVA and UVB rays, and it's relatively easy to find among mineral-based sunscreens. Yet, for some reason, they decided not to make a sunscreen in this skincare line. If sunscreen with zinc oxide is the best possible way to protect yourself from blue light, why didn't you add a sunscreen to this collection? That would be my first thought. Rflct harnesses the power of BLPF, a Japanese plant extract long used in skincare to shield, soothe, and heal the skin. It's rich in polyphenols, which serve as powerful antioxidants, as well as vitamin A and vitamin C, two skincare heavyweights that both neutralize free radicals and help undo any damage they've caused. A lot of skincare that I have seen on the market has vitamin C in it. There are some products that I use that already have vitamin C in it, so is that saying that multiple forms of skincare could help undo the damage of blue light? That's just a question I have. After cleansing with Aurora Reset Facial Gel Cleanser, which pairs BLPF with hydrating humectants, follow up with Screen Shield Defense Face Moisturizer and Eye Revive Gel Treatment. Both contain BLPF as well as key actives that smooth and replenish the skin. Then shield skin with the zinc oxide base sunscreen. The last paragraph reads, "The bottom line, while the record of damage caused by blue light is still growing, there's more than enough evidence to merit a skincare routine that can shield against it. With Rflct, it's not only elegant and effective, but also incredibly easy. Consider it your armor against a newfound aggressor that is far more likely to do harm than good." And then the small text at the bottom states, "The information on this page is from third parties, and Rflct did not commission the studies and does not endorse the conclusions researched by the third parties, but provides experts for information informational purposes only. I feel like they probably added that statement in at the end because they likely threw this information together to ease the backlash. It seems like they quickly grabbed some public studies together to show that there could be potential for blue light to damage the skin. It is good that they went back in and added this because I believe at first all they had was a WebMD article supporting everything, but I feel like now it might be too late to spare the brand's reputation. This page also left me with a lot of questions. Two things I really don't like are the fact that one, they're saying things like vitamin A and C are going to help replenish your skin after being hit with so much blue light, when vitamin A and C are in other skincare brands. I mean, it's nice to have in your skincare, and I'm not saying it's a bad thing that it's in this particular product, but what I'm saying is that doesn't make it different than what's already on the market. It seems like the ingredient of BLPF is unique to this product. I did a quick search to see if I can find it in any other products, and I didn't really get much information on Google, and I personally haven't heard of it before. But what gets me the most is that after telling you to apply all of these facial products, they recommend applying a sunscreen with zinc oxide in it. Why don't you have a sunscreen that has zinc oxide in it then? What if these products don't do what they claim to and it's actually the sunscreen that's protecting you? At least if they had made their own sunscreen, they could say, see, look, this is our product and it works, but all they have is a facial cleanser, a moisturizer, some eye gel, and these eye patches. Not to mention the fact I'm finding it very difficult to find anywhere that says how long this protects your face from blue light. How many times do I have to reapply the gel and the moisturizer to get full protection from my computer screen and my phone from blue light? How often do I have to use the facial cleanser? And how many times do I have to reapply the sunscreen that you're not providing through your brand to protect myself? Because during my regular skincare routine, I'm only washing my face and applying serums and moisturizer once a day. When the air is drier during the wintertime, sometimes I'll apply moisturizer twice a day. However, when it comes to sunscreen, you need to reapply that if you're out in the sun all day. If you're out in the sun for 8 hours and you only apply sunscreen to your face once, you're way more likely to get sunburn than if you keep reapplying the product every few hours. So since this moisturizer is kind of a new product in regards to protection against blue light, how often am I reapplying this to my face to get full protection? Now, in Valkyrae's video where she was responding to everything and giving her statement, she did state something that really piqued my interest. She said there were other skincare brands that created similar products that were supposed to also protect your skin from blue light. There actually are other brands who have created similar products. The most popular brand that I have found that has created a blue light protection product was actually ColourPop. The only difference I found is the fact that I have not seen an entire skincare line by any other brand that gears around this one thing. However, it is important to note that Valkyrae was telling the truth. She wasn't lying about that. And I don't actually believe that Valkyrae was scamming her audience intentionally, or that she had this master plan to rip a bunch of people off with a gimmicky product. I think she actually did believe in what she was creating. It's just that when it comes to influencers, they're not the scientists behind creating the product. She had an idea and a bunch of people agreed with her and said, yes, we can make this happen, and she believed them blindly. And unfortunately, this happens with a lot of influencers, not just Valkyrae. And I'm not saying that she is without any blame here. You are the face of this product. It's not like they came out to sponsor you and asked you to promote the product. You are the brand that this product is made for. This product was made specifically for your audience, for your followers, for people who know who you are. And by blaming everybody else, it's really bad. She went on an entire tangent about how some of her friends didn't reach out to her and how some people just weren't there for her, and how none of her friends asked her, hey, Ray, how come the website doesn't give you any information? If you're not going to know about that before it blows up in your face, how are you going to expect any of your friends to know that either? Not to mention, it's not their responsibility to say, hey, something's wrong with your website. It is you behind the brand. It is you behind the product. It is your responsibility to address that, not your friends. Bringing people down, name dropping them, that was something that, in my opinion, was truly, truly scummy. For example, one of the people mentioned was Pokimane. Somebody asked about Pokimane in the chat, and Valkyrae kind of went off on a tangent about how some friends only reached out after she made a post, and it was a really, really weird time to say that right after Pokémone's name was brought up, and in my opinion, it implied that she was talking about Pokimane. That did cause a lot of people to go and attack Pokimane, and Pokimane herself even said in her own stream that she wasn't online when it first happened. She had no idea when this first started because she wasn't online. She didn't know about it.
And again, I just want to preface this by saying, like, if there ever is an issue with me and Ray, I would much, much, much prefer / love that we spoke in private. But if she was referring to me at any point about anything, I wasn't on social media when she posted her thingy, because I was off social media, my friend was in town, we were hanging out, blah blah.
How is she supposed to reach out to you and ask if you're okay if she doesn't know? And I know that she did rectify this, and she did apologize for this, and she did say that that was a mistake. Glad she knows that that was a mistake, but she still ended up hurting people. That's something that should have never happened, and all that does is take the attention away from the actual issue, which is this launch and this product. But wait a minute, we're not done yet. I figured since I've been ranting about this product and the company and the brand the entire time throughout the duration of this video, that I would at least give the product a try for myself and see if it does anything spectacular. I highly doubt I'll be able to tell you if I feel more protected from my phone and computer screen after a few uses, but I don't know, maybe it'll give me some other redeeming quality that my other skincare brands can't. Let's see how this goes.
I am going to be trying out the Rflct moisturizer and cleanser. So we have that and this. You know, it's really ironic that the brand apparently flopped so hard because these were the only two things in stock at my store. Fuck. This is the moisturizer, and it also comes with the eye ointment or the gel treatment, and then this is the cleanser, which, I'll be fair, purple's my favorite color, so that's cool. Is this more eye gel? Screen Shield Defense Face Moisturizer. So wait, I could have just fucking bought the... God damn it. Okay, whatever. So I'm gonna rinse my face. My fiance has given me the perfect description of this. It smells like store brand aloe, like you get from, like, I don't know, drugstore. So far, so okay. It's just a cleanser. It's very cleansy, abrasively rubbing my face. Probably not recommended, but that's how I do. I mean, my face is soft. Okay, you're up. Can we press down? Oh, that's fun. I don't smell anything. It has like an
alcohol one.
Alcohol scent to it. And smooth. One pump onto the entire face and neck until fully absorbed and used morning and evening. So hey, we found out this could be used twice a day. But how often does it need to be used to protect my skin from my computer screen? I don't know if it's like a placebo effect, if I really feel this, but it's a little cool, not steamy, just cool.
So my thoughts on this are, the intent and purpose of this line is to protect your skin from blue light. I think that's a gimmick, that's just my opinion. Even with the added information on the website, there were still so many red flags and unanswered questions. But if we threw all of that out and just looked at this as a regular moisturizer and cleanser, ignoring the main issue, I'd give the moisturizer a 3 out of 10. It was honestly too heavy for my skin, and it had an alcohol smell to it that I didn't like. It made my skin feel tingly, which that's something my moisturizers don't usually do. It is important to note though that my skin is really sensitive, so that could be why it felt like that. Honestly, if you want a nice and light but hydrating moisturizer, this is the one that I use all the time. I've gone through so many tubs of this. I enjoy the way it makes my skin feel. It's not too heavy, but it makes my skin feel hydrated. As for the cleanser, honestly, I'd give this a 6 or a 7 out of 10 if it wasn't for the blue light gimmick. It makes my skin feel clean and soft, which is the bare minimum for any of my my cleansers. Here's the thing, if there was more research regarding the blue light information, and if I personally believed it, I would say that the price point for these products wouldn't be half bad. And I would argue that a lot of consumers would agree, considering the fact that only the full-size cleanser and moisturizer were available at any Ulta store within 30 miles of my location. But the bottom line is, I would absolutely not recommend buying or supporting this. The only reason I decided to was to see if the products were at all decent, since I've been critical of them this entire video. But now, I don't even know if you can buy these, even if you wanted to.
So while going back on the Ulta's website to showcase that most of the products were in fact sold out in all nearby stores, I noticed this. Did they remove the product from Ulta? Or is this just a glitch? I can't view any of the products, and when I type it into the search, nothing comes up anymore. Now I'm wondering if they really were sold out, or if they were starting to remove the products from the shelves. But if they were removing the products from the shelves, I don't think they'd sell it to me or allow me to purchase it and pick it up in the store. I don't know, this is just really weird. Oh my god, wait a minute, the actual Rflct website is also down. What the heck is going on? It is now October 30th. I was minutes away from publishing this video when I checked the website again and noticed this. There's no way I could publish this video without showing you this. Rflct is no longer available. Thank you to all who played important roles to conduct research, develop products, create a brand, and serve as partners along our journey. While we believe in the formulations created, after further reflection, we have decided to move forward on new paths, effectively terminating the Rflct brand. Should you have further questions, please contact inquiries@rflct.com. Can I get my money back? At the end of the day, I don't think Valkyrae is a bad person for this. This was a much more lighthearted story than what we're normally covering on this channel. I don't think she's as bad as anybody else I've really talked about here. This was just something I wanted to talk about because as somebody who has spent a lot of money on skincare products, this was just something that really interested me and I wanted to talk about it. So let me know what you thought about this entire topic today. Thank you so much if you've made it all the way to the end of this video. I am recording this before Halloween, and as of right now, I do not know for sure if I will be doing a Halloween stream. I am 50-50 right now. Usually every year I play a spooky video game on Halloween and I stream it. This year I'm thinking Silent Hill 4 if I do decide to stream, but I am not sure what my plans are just yet. It's going to be a very last minute notice if I decide to stream, so keep your eyes peeled on my community post. I might stream, I might not, but if I do, I will be so excited to see you there. It'll probably be somewhere around 5 to 7 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, so stay tuned for that possibly. And with that being said, thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to all of my supporters over on Patreon, especially Lewis, Miss Tanisha, Anthony Tressau, and Michelle. I hope you guys have an amazing Halloween, an amazing rest of your October, and with that being said, I will see you later.